All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to What's on Your Mind Wednesday Live. This is Uche here, the president of the Marketplace Apostles and also the convener of Make in Nigeria. I welcome you all on Instagram, on Facebook, on Zoom, on YouTube. I welcome each and every one of you today. I just want to thank you all guys for showing up and coming up every time. You just show up for this program. I appreciate all of you. Today, this is my mentoring session where I take questions from people from all over the world. People sending their requests, sending their prayers. Oh, sorry, they send in their questions and I answer them. This was better during the lockdown, or we increased, we made it more regular. We made it every week during the lockdown when people were asking questions. How do I survive? I need another business. I need this. I need that. And they wanted to ask me questions. And I was like, there can be 100 people that are asking the same question. So we needed to have a platform where we can just answer the 100 people at the same time. And if for any reason you are not available, if for any reason you are not available for the live program, you can go to Uchonoche YouTube channel and you can see it. It has helped a lot of people. One of the greatest testimonies that we've had coming out of Make What's on Your Mind Wednesday Live was a lady sent me a chat and told me that she didn't know she had a friend that was going through stuff, depression, and was um, attempting, or had already made up her mind to commit suicide, and that day. And so she was just speaking with her, and she talked about depression. And he said, look, there's somebody I heard that talked about depression, about somebody else. Just go to YouTube channel and listen to what, go to church on YouTube channel and just listen to him. Unknown to her, that particular action she took saved the life because she heard and listened to the things that I was saying, and she had a change of heart. And so she contacted her friend and said, this thing that you did actually saved my life, and so this is the essence of why we started doing this thing more, because it can just be one answer can just save someone's life. One answer can save someone's marriage. We've saved a lot of marriages here. I've gotten a lot of testimony on your advice saved my marriage. Your advice made my spouse listen to me. My in-laws listen to me better. My siblings and I, we've gotten back. Now I understand how to do business. We answer all manner of questions here. But I usually say that there are 5 areas of focus. You can't answer questions in every aspect of life. So you have to specialize in one or a few of them. And we specialize in the things that have to do with in the marketplace and life issues. We have 5 areas of focus. One is the business, leadership, career development, personal finance, um, relationships, and life issues. These are the 5 areas that we focus. These are the 5 areas that we have. These are the 5 areas that we focus and teach on a regular basis. On Mondays, also I come and I teach. On Mondays also I come and I teach in these areas. Webinar style, that's conference style, I teach. For those of you that haven't started attending my Monday, it's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. West African time. And if you come, we're doing a series on laws. We did the law of compensation. It was awesome. I got a lot of testimonies on the law of compensation. We have done the law of persuasion. This Monday, we're doing another law. It will be quite interesting. We're dealing on the law of clarity. There are laws that govern every aspect of life, every activity in life. There are laws that govern it. And so I want you to be aware of those things, because those laws help you to live your life better. Those laws help you to achieve success better and faster. So, and that's why those laws have helped me in life, and I want to introduce them to you, and I know that it will also help you in life to achieve what you want. Okay, so I have a question today. I'm going to take just one question today from someone that asked on personal finance. He asked me a question on personal finance. I'm just going to take that question right now, and it's from Ime in Port Harcourt. Ime from Port Harcourt, and wrote that he said, "Hello, sir. Good morning. My question is on personal finance. I make 70,000 naira a month. I am single. I stay with my roommate. I want to know how I can manage my finances better. I don't see what I do with my money, and it is frustrating. I should be able to save at least 25K, 25,000 monthly, and I intend to, but it has not been working. How can I have a hold on my money?" I think the question you're asking is a question a lot of people are asking. A lot of people want to know how to manage their finances. And I will start by saying that wealth has nothing to do with how much you earn. Wealth has to do with how much, what you do with the amount that you earn. And you need to be able to understand the reason. You don't have a why. If you have a why, and you have a reason, if you have a why, a reason of what you want to achieve and accomplish, then it becomes easier and better for you to work at it. I tell people that when you want to be rich, you have to be financially born again. Because some of us understand the journey of salvation. We understand that in the journey of salvation, we need to change certain things about our life, the way we live our life, and we have to live our lives according to God's standard. We understand that. But what we seem to battle with is that when we want to be wealthy, we don't want to change our lifestyle. We'll rather keep praying and believing God for things to work out without us having to invest and change our lifestyle. You can't be thinking and dreaming of going to heaven if you do not change your lifestyle. So you can't move into the wealthy lane or wealthy avenue if you're not able to make some certain changes in your life. If you're not able to sow, you can't have a harvest. If you're not able to delay gratification, you will not have a seed to sow. So delaying gratification is what gives you the ability for you to be able to have what to save. And when you have what to save, then you now understand what you now need to understand what you need, what you do with the money that you put aside. Without saving, you can't be rich. Your journey to financial independence starts with being able to save and put aside money. That's the first step. Then the second step is to be able to understand, what do I do with this money that I have put aside? If you don't understand those things, it'll be difficult. And you can't understand the journey, just like the journey of salvation. Even if you give your life to Christ, you also need to understand his word, and you ought to understand his principles, his guidelines, his commandments, and his instructions and the way you need to live, so that that salvation can be worth it for you, and you can achieve that end that you want in terms of being making it to heaven or serving God here on earth. The same thing happens with being financially being financially born again, on the path to your financial freedom. I looked at your salary of 70,000 naira. You are staying with a roommate, and I have been able to calculate, and I say, you said you can spare 25,000 every month. Yeah, okay, fine. 25,000, if you take it away from 70,000, it will be 45,000 naira. See, the journey to wealth is a marathon. It's not a 100-meter dash. So you need to realize that you just don't become wealthy just like that. I tell people, you need like 10 years. You need like at least 10 years. You can do it less, but you need like 10 years to say, look, I want to start this journey to my financial freedom. So with 70,000, you earn 70,000. I think that per annum in 12 months, if you maybe start January this year, or you start we're already in November, December this year to November next year, I believe you should be able to put aside 332,000 naira from your salary of 70,000 naira. So how do you do it? This is now the principle that we unravel when we teach personal finance. So I always say, the first thing you need to do, 30% of your 30% of your income should go immediately as you get them. It doesn't matter whether you earn 70,000 or 10,000 naira. It doesn't matter. And what does this 30% go to? 10% tithe. I believe in tithe, regardless of what you might hear. I believe in tithe, not just for the sake of tithe, but I believe that I need to put my resources in the house of God. I need to say, God, I need to put something here. I need to put something here to help in all the organization that they do in church. It's not necessarily we look at the dogma and we try to attack it from different sides. But left to me, I want my substance to go into that thing that is happening in church. We belong to organizations and we pay dues. We belong to clubs, affiliations, and we pay dues so that they can run those things. I belong to many. So if I can pay dues, 200,000 a month or 200,000 per annum, why won't I be able to give something to the house of God? Doesn't make sense. The people of the world understand that you need money to run things, but when it comes to church, we want the angels to be able to bring money and for us to. I know there is abuse and all those things, but it doesn't take away the principle that wherever you are, you need to put your substance there, even if you're in a relationship. We understand boy-girl relationship, husband and wife relationship. All of us are given cash or kind into that relationship to make it work. So it means that you must be able to give your substance. And in the present day, modern times where we are right now, your substance is your money. So you need to give in something. So that is the essence of 10% tithe will be 7,000 naira. 10% savings, general savings, another 77,000 a month. Then investment savings, which is 10%. So it means 30%, your 30% is 21,000 already that is out of your 70,000. That brings it to 49,000 left for you to run in, to use as you like. If you like, finish it in one day, but as long as you don't dip hand into these things that we now call principal. These things we now call, you can also call it capital. So the thing now is, but you said that you can do 25,000. So I added 4,000 balance on top to your investment portfolio, because you must have an investment portfolio. It can be in an account, and that account, you say, this is account for my general savings. This is my account for investment portfolio. Nothing should make you touch that investment portfolio. Then the general savings is where you can pay rent, unforeseen circumstances, is 7,000 in a month. So in a year, you are still single. In a year, you have like 77. Yeah, no. In a year, you have 70 plus 14. That's like 84,000 naira in a year that you have saved. So if house rent is coming, you have a roommate. So if you people are going to share the rent, you take it out from that 84,000. So it doesn't catch you unawares. When people say, I don't have rent, can you imagine another month has come, we need to pay rent? What do you mean by that? When you pay the first rent, you know that rent is going to come. So you need to put aside something that you will not touch, except somebody puts a knife to your throat. Even if they put to your throat, you give them from the 45,000 that you have, because those money, those savings are not anywhere you can go in and just cash out like that. So now you have money, you have 45,000 to spend. See, the journey to wealth doesn't make you to stop living. That's the mistake some people make. They just, all they want to, I will just 70,000, I will save 50,000, then I'll start eating and the other 20,000. After a while, you still deeper and collect everything. It's a marathon. It's not a 100-meter dash. So you need to realize that this journey to wealth, it takes time. It takes time for you to be able to build it. So now you have 45,000. That 45,000, you do as you like, because I need you to do a 2-year plan. And okay, let me talk about a 1-year plan. So now what it means is that this your investment money that is now 11,000. 11,000 times 12 gives you 132,000 naira. You have 132,000 naira after 12 months. But it doesn't end there. There's what we call unexpected income. Someone can dash you money. You can do PP for someone. You can meet an uncle that is a politician. They give you 20,000, give you this, give you that. Those unforeseen unforeseen income, I expect you to be able to save. It's not that you're broke. You're a single guy. What are you eating 45,000 in a month? Anything that remains in your hand for the month, some people are even advised that they put it back. They put it into their investment portfolio. You know, let it be swelling. Let it be swelling. So that money, that unforeseen income, you take 80%, put it in your investment. Take 20%, eat it as you like. You can go to Mr. Biggs, or you can go to any of the fast food and eat with 2 hands, 2 legs. You have to survive as you go this journey. Then also there's what is called non-essential savings, drinking too much Coke, eating lunch. You can cook, you can pack food. Lunch that you eat, even if it's your lunch, is 500 naira every day. 500 times 5 days, that's 25. If you 25 times 30 days, 30 working days, you'll be surprised how much you are spending when you are still cooking at home. Why don't you pack food? If you're a young man, instead of paying too much transport, if you have 2 or 3 bus stops before you get to work and back, Why don't you trek one, and maybe if you have 2 bus stops, trek one and take transport for the other. Exercise yourself. After all, we all need 10,000 steps to be able to 10,000 steps to keep healthy. And so these are some of the things that we can do to reduce costs. And all these things calculated, I say, well, you can have unexpected income of 100,000 if you are dedicated in following certain principles, and your savings from non-essential can also, you don't know, you can also increase up to 100,000. If it's a live teaching, I'll be able to teach you in details how that. So you can get 200,000 plus that 132. You already have 332,000 naira at the end of the month from your 70,000 naira. So with that amount now, you can now times it by 2. You have 660 something thousand after 2 years. You can now say, I want to invest it. I want to go into business. I want to go into all that. That is another investment. We're talking about investment. You now need to understand how money works, how to invest, and that is where you start your journey. So 2 years, you are just swelling your savings. And after that, you now find out the things that you need to do. That's the way to go. Look for courses. I have courses that I can use. You can buy. You can go to uchonoche.com. You see a lot of my courses. You see a lot of ebooks. You see a lot of things out there that can help you. You can also go to my YouTube channel and just listen to some of the things I've taught on personal finance. But if you want to understand how money works, and you have to go for training, get a mentor, look for a mentor, get a training on how money works and how to invest. So, but this basic I've given you, run with it, save the money first, have the money, and the investment opportunities will come. Okay, this is the only question I'm taking today. I just want to thank you guys for always sending in questions, always sending in questions. Next week again, same time, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, West African time. I will also be out here to answer another question. So if you have someone, like I was saying at the beginning, if there's someone that that needs counseling, look at someone that talked about personal finance today. I'm able to give you tips and direction. These things are important. Don't take them for granted. These things are important, that you hear 1 or 2 things that can help you. So please keep it coming, keep the questions coming. I will be here to answer those questions. I'll be here to answer those questions for you. Thank you guys for coming. This is Marketplace Apostles, bringing what's on your mind. And today we discuss personal finance. And I hope for those of you that were up today, I hope it was a blessing to you. Okay, on Monday, I'm teaching the law of clarity. I'm teaching the laws. You see, God created the heaven and earth, and He put laws, which we can also call principles, in place. And these laws and principles are the things that help us and guide us, and the things that help us and guide us in life. So let's learn a law of clarity. I've done law of persuasion. Last Monday, I did law of compensation. This Monday, I'm doing the law of clarity. You can get these things on my YouTube channel, or you can get it on Facebook, where I teach these laws. You can get them there. You can join me next Monday on Zoom. You will always see a Zoom link. You always see the Zoom link in all our adverts. Please help us invite someone, and it will be a blessing. Let's check out those laws. Let's walk with these laws and change our lives. If you understand the laws, it's like law of gravity. We understand law of gravity. We don't also understand that we have other laws that are as important as the law of gravity, the law of compensation, the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect. All these things are very important that you understand that you can set these laws in motion to favor you. You can also set it in motion not to favor you. So the more of these laws we understand, the better for us. And also personal finance, I just stated personal finance. To those of you that are just coming in, I welcome you. You can get this teaching on Facebook. It will be also on IGTV. To those of you on Instagram, I saw that some people just came in. Welcome on Instagram. You can get this teaching on IGTV. You can get it on Facebook. You can get it on Uchonoche channel on YouTube. I talked about personal finance. I helped Ime this evening on his journey to personal finance. If you want more, you can still reach out to me. Just send in your question. And next week, Wednesday, I'm going to come and I'm going to answer it for you. This has helped a lot of people. And so Monday, please make it a date, is 5 p.m. West African time. Then on Wednesday next week, I'm back again to answer your question, any question you want to ask in the 5 areas that we are focus for us. That is business, career, leadership, personal finance, relationship, and life issues. Okay, for those of you that want more coaching, I'm a life coach. I'm also a business and leadership coach. If you need coaching, more further coaching than this, please contact us. We'll be glad to answer you, be there for you, to help you along the way. We have those of you that came from Make in Nigeria conference in October. We said we're bringing you a TMG model. Yes, the TMG model, the TMG forum, where we discuss the TMG model. TMG model is Think, Make, Grow model, how to help businesses, startups, and SMEs to think, make, and grow in whichever area of business they're in. It's still coming. It's going to be awesome. I'm just trying to gather the speakers and so that we can have a full house, and that will be beneficial to you. Okay, so thank you guys for showing up here today. I just want to thank each and every one of you here today. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on Monday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you guys. Have a good night rest. Goodbye.